The group travels west to meet with Lord Uther, the Marquis of Ostia. Lord Uther is an intelligent leader and power in Lycian League. He has been a father to Hector ever since his parents died many years ago. Hector's reunion with his brother is a happy one, if somewhat embarrassing. Hector continues his journey filled with complex emotions. At length, they've arrived at the fortress that separates Tharia and Ostia. Black Fang. Jafar. Ursula. Lloyd. Linus. That is everyone, is it not? I believe the four fangs should be, and I could be wrong. I believe it's this man here, his two sons, and then the troubadour. I don't think Jafar is part of the four fangs, so if you don't count the father, then I guess he could be one of the four fangs. Have you the four fangs together? I need no one else. I need you to eliminate a man who living plague. His name is Elwood, a noble of Faerie. Faerie's location in Lycia, is it not? That is right. But he is no simply country lord. He has friends, other Lycian lords. Individually, they are no match for you, and yet, jealousness invites death. Do not make that mistake. Lloyd, Linus, I have worked for you, the Reed brothers as well. Alright? One question. Are these our fathers or... I mean the orders of the head of the Black Fang? Why, naturally. Isn't that right, my beloved? Yeah, yes. Are you satisfied? Remove Elwood. Your orders come from the head of the Black Fang, Brendan Reed. Members of this group, you'll follow that order, yes? Or does your opponent frighten you into mobility, Lloyd? Sonia, how dare you speak to my brother in such... Linus. I know. Sonia, we do not need to be chastised by you. Under our father, we are the ones who carried out the law of the Fang. Elwood is an evil person. There's no reason for us to hesitate. The Fang let none escape. We, the Breed brothers Reed, defend the Fang's justice. Ursula, Jafar, you understand your orders, yes? Once you find the target, you are to eliminate him at once. It will be as you say, Lady Sonia. Anything for you. Receive my orders, I will do my duty. Target name is Elwood, noble of Faerie. Bring him down, for the Black Fang's honor. Ostia. I've had a word from my brother. He's already on his way here. We're to wait for him. Lord Uther is coming here himself. So it appears. I told you of this before, but Castle Ostia is not to mention the city itself is filled with countless foreign spies. I assume he thinks it will be easier to speak freely here. But wouldn't leaving Ostia generate even more attention? He's traveling in secret with very few attendants. He's skilled at this sort of thing. There's no need to worry. How unconventional. Must run in the family. What is that supposed to mean? Nothing. I'm very much looking forward to meeting him. Nils, are you well? You seem distant. I'm fine, just a little tired. If we can sit still for one night, I'll be better. No, Nils. Nils, are you alright? Nils, open your eyes. Ninian, calm down. Let's move him to the back room and call a healer. Mustn't move him. Huh? Ninian? I'm sorry, please, just for now, don't move him. But, please. Do as Ninian says. She must have her reasons. Please, just one night's rest. That should make things right. If it's going to make him feel better, fine. Whatever you do, don't move him. I'll let the others know. Lord Hector, my apologies. No worries. So this is where the Farron Nibbles and his friends are, eh? Yes, Commander Ubens. Farewell, Heath. Your units will attack from the west of the fortress. The mission is to put an end to the entire group. Make no mistakes. Are you serious? Marquis Laus abandoned us and just vanished. We have no reason to engage this group. We answer Marquis Laus's call and we will honor our duty. Regardless, we cannot remain in Lycia any longer. We rebelled against Ostia, and our entire mercenary force is hunted. We take their heads, we can join the Black Fang and burn. I'm opposed to this plan. There are no women and children in there are women and children in their group. What would you ask of us? Something no man could do without shame. Listen well, Heath. You're a wanted man, a fugitive from Byrne. How about we take you and hand you over to Byrne's Weapon Riders? Might even be knighted as a reward given honest work. I thought as much. Everyone wants to protect his own skin. Now get your unit together and we attack. Sir, we're under attack. It's the east gate. Foe's already inside. Last, they would show up now. Cannot move Nils. Try and hold them off. Protect Nils, don't let them near him. Alright, so this is a defend Nils type mission. I'm not sure if we have to defend him for so many turns or what. Basically, I believe this right here is a secret. Yeah, what else is there? 2 treasure chests. Something like that. We're just gonna use this right now, because I'm not gonna waste time getting him 1 more level. Portray, you did it. You made it to the here. I need you, warrior. Big stats up. You can now use bows. Wonderful. Bow for you, in case I need it. You're okay. Can't do anything with the top guys here. You're at 17, not doing that yet. I can get the last level out of you. You can't do anything. I can get the last level or 2 out of you. You're finally in it. You need to level up some more. Fascinating. So let's take you back here. Alright, we need to get the people that need to level up front. Yeah, you can move back. You guys level up. And of course you can move here. That should be pretty good, I think. Plenty to do here. Save up. Continue on. Defend Nils, it's not going to be hard at all. Not even remotely hard. Take a look, see who's ready. Crass up. Hector, you're gonna more or less stay behind. I don't think I'm gonna be using you except for maybe some light cleanup. By light cleanup, I mean, I should say light setup. Like you're gonna do a little bit of damage to set up the actual characters who are gonna do the damage. Hey, Stora. Short Spear, Silverlands, we're gonna save you. You're gonna go back here. I don't care for you. At least in this run, I don't care for you. Should probably take a look at the difference between Kent and Isadora once this episode's over. See how they compare and contrast. Because I'm not sure I got my best out of Kent this past time. Yeah. Merlin is going to sit in the back, obviously can't do anything right now. We're going to try and get our boy, I forgot his name now. Great. Now we're going to try to get our knight up. Wallace. I'm sorry. Oh, Wallace. Yeah, I just looked at it a second ago too. Anywho, we're gonna get him up. We need to get him some experience. I'm not keen on giving too much experience to my lords because they're near cap. It is, and they're not ready to class up quite yet. In about a mission or two before they can start classing up. Trying to figure out who I want to go with first. Probably go Elwood, then Lynn, just because. What actor we serve as your reinforcements? We are a small group who are some mercenaries among us. As of Sakai, take charge of the mercenaries. Understood. Hear me. We're here to protect Lord Hector, Lord Elwood, and Lady Lindis. Lynn! Alright, I guess I'm sending Lynn in this direction. What do we got here? Axe Reaver. We're gonna do the Reaver thing again, where everyone's just packing Reavers in this mission. With the obvious exception of the mages that can't do Reavers. Couple still lances thrown in there just for kicks and giggles. There's a Nosferatu, a spear. Everybody else is wielding the Reavers, it looks like. The whole Reaver thing, you know, the Lance Reaver, the Axe Reaver, the Sword Reaver. Those gotta be intermingled amongst other guys. Because when I see an axe user, I go, okay, he's an axe user. I'm gonna go take him on with my sword user. But when I take a look at everybody on the field, and I have let's say I have the ability to look at all the enemies and see what they're holding, first of all, which they've given you in every Fire Emblem game, which is thumbs up. I mean, they didn't. It could be a surprise, I guess, is what I should say. Particularly in this game where the damage isn't quite what it should be based on the weapon triangle. But, to get to my point, if you see all the guys, or 90% of the guys carrying Reavers, Sword Reavers, you just take your mind, you go backwards on the thing. Okay, so axes are good against lances. Nope. Now lances are good against axes. Axes are good against swords, and swords against lance. You just reverse your thinking just slightly, you know, because you know they all have reverse weapon triangle item, you know. So you gotta sneak those guys in. Particularly, you gotta sneak them in as reinforcement. Because if they're reinforcements, you can't. You know, you may take a look at the board here and go, okay, all of these guys are pretty well set up. I gotta watch out for this particular unit because he's wielding silver, or he's got a killer axe on him, or something like that. Aside from the boss, obviously, because you know the boss is gonna be he's gonna be more powerful than any of the other guys on the field. So, fine. But when everybody's wielding, you know, opposing weapons, it's like, okay, I guess I'll attack you with the opposite of what you expect. Yeah. You make those guys reinforcement guys, yeah, that's where it'll catch you off guard. I love being surprised. Let's just put it that way. I love not fully expecting what's going to happen next. There's a Fire Emblem 6 moment that I absolutely adore, but once you know it's there, you're looking for it, like a mimic in any RPG game. Once you know there's mimics, you know that if there's a way to get around the mimic, you command this group. Who are you to ask? I'm Heath, the Weapon Rider with 2 bones mercenaries. In that case, you're my enemy. You're gutsy, aren't you? Prepare yourself. Hold, I have not come to fight you. I wish to surrender to your group. Surrender? I have no wish to harm women and children. I am a soldier, but I am trying to be human too. You're an odd one. Right, well, we could use all the help we can get. We will fight under my command. Understood. So, in typical Fire Emblem fashion, you have a Wyvern Rider who's more concerned with his place, being moral and just and living up to his knightly code, quote-unquote knightly code, than he is with following directions or following orders to the T. He's just a truly mindless, loyal person. He'll just do whatever his commander says, regardless of if there are women and children and other. We don't do those things because we live in a higher standard. That is literal. Well, I wouldn't say literally. That is most Wyvern riders that you recruit. So you're being hunted again, are you, Lady Lorca? Wraith of Loopball. Well met, what are you doing here? After we parted company, I've made my way as a mercenary here. See, you haven't changed at all. Good to see you again. Need my help? Are you offering? If you desire it. Yes, please, lend us your strength. We're involved in something terribly dangerous. I see. When this is finished, I will end my service to this place. I do love myself force units. I try to not use them overly as much as most people do. But getting there. Nightcrest. Depends on what type of game we're playing. I keep referencing genealogy. Genealogy is designed to have horse units. Maps are humongous. You gotta cover all this distance. You want to use horse units. And when you have maybe a shorter distance to go, maybe you send your ground units to that place, or you make a slow progression with your ground units. But typically those ground units tend to be better than their horse companion. It's just, that's how they balance the game. Again, it really depends on how what you do in that game as well. But I'm thinking not all characters are made equal, mind you. But I'm thinking like the Wind Mage you get is God tier. Pegasus Knight you get is pretty good. The Wyvern Rider you get is pretty good. I mean, they're all great, is what I should say. I don't know. I typically follow the Jigen rule, which is Jigans are designed to be there, soften up enemies, in order so that your regular under-leveled units come in and clean up after it. But in the case of genealogy, there is no Jigen. He is one of a number of units that you get in your army that you're able to use every mission. You're not limited by the number because I don't know how many people there are. Let's just say it's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 20, 4, 20. Let's say between 20 and 30 units. Somewhere in there, okay? That's your army, period. You want to use all of them. You don't... There's no, well, I'm going to bench this character. You want to bench him, that's fine, but I don't suggest in genealogy doing that. I suggest using everybody and doing it as best as you can because you've got a very limited cast of characters. And if you're not using them to the full amount, you either got to be super strong and overpowered in terms of the way you're leveling your guys up, specifically making sure that they get 5 out of 6 out of 7 stats every time they level up, or gonna make sure that you've got a well-organized, well-balanced team. There's Florina leveling up. Good job, Florina. Gonna figure out what I want to do because I very much want to continue to get Raven and Rebecca up levels so that they can class up here. I know one of the upcoming levels is the desert level, either the next one or one of the next 3 or so levels is going to be the desert level, which means that some of these units are going to have 0.0 point of being on that mission because they don't move well in sand. Now, Canis is going to move excellent in sand because he's a magic user. Pegasus Knight, gonna be great in the sand. Nothing affects Pegasus Knight's movement. Okay, great. Thief, I don't remember. I think they're okay. They're not great. And then everybody else has very limited movement, with possibly the horses being the worst movement characters on stand. Which always makes me wonder why they didn't include more sand levels in these Fire Emblem games. Like, I'm not just talking about this game. I'm talking about, like, every game. Like, really, really, really punish people who want horse heavy. You know, you recruit, you're running let's not go super far, but let's say you're running Kent, Sane, Wraith, and maybe Isadora, and the Troubadour as well. I mean, you could run very horse heavy, where you're maxing out on the fact that they have high movement, mobility is what I mean. And maybe you don't really like knights because they move too slowly, and you can barely stand your mercenaries and your axe wielders because they don't ride horses. They don't move as fast. Fine. But again, you think that there would be more stages like that that really truly punish you for using horse units. Because there are definitely stages that we've seen in this game. They exist in 6 as well, where if you go to air heavy, which is difficult to do, I know, but if you go too heavy with your flying units, there are a couple levels in there that are designed to fuck you. They've got multiple trebuchets that are designed to knock your character out of the air, including what they call a killer trebuchet, which is designed to have higher accuracy, but definitely higher luck. Because I've never seen a trebuchet crit before, so I don't know. Because they're designed to be, hey, I hit you with a trebuchet, your flyer's dead, sort of thing, or heavily damaged. I've got another roughly 6 turns to get my guys down to where the boss is. The mission ends when you defeat the boss, or 11 turns pass, which is fine. I've always sort of been interested. I know this game doesn't do a bad job of it because it varies more missions than Fire Emblem 6. Fire Emblem 6 is essentially, hey, you're Roy, you're the main character. You have to capture every throne. That is literally the point of every mission, is to go from point A to point B, capture a point, and that ends the mission. Capture the throne, capture the castle, whatever you want to call it. That's what ends the mission, okay? And it's not uncommon. It's very common in all the other Fire Emblem games as well. This one gives you a nice variety of defend missions. You gotta last so many turns in order to win. But the one mission I'd always kind of hoped for is, and they give you it a little bit, but it's always combined with this survive so many turns thing, is defend the throne, period. Defend the throne. We're gonna throw, let's say, 10 or 15 waves of guys at you, starting with a set of guys that are outside of your initial attack range. And your job is to defend the throne. Now, if you want to be aggressive, you can be aggressive and get out there and start attacking and try to clear the whole board and as reinforcements come in, you're basically, what's the word? You're spawn camping them. Okay, you're welcome to try that, but if you include the right level of reinforcement balance with characters that you really don't want to mess with, because the point of the game is the level is to defend the throne. So it makes a lot of sense to attack the enemies that are low level, but also watch out for those classed up units or those high level units that are going to pop up every so often. And I know it's not exciting, it's not interesting, but turtle a little bit. Do a little bit of turtling. Not like, you're turtling a turd, mind you, but like, sit back, let them come to you, and punch them in the face whenever they overextend themselves. You try to balance out the computer with that, so that as they are advancing in groups, say groups of 3 or groups of 5, so that you have to fight this wave of guys that comes in. At the very end, say turn 10 or whatever the max number of reinforcement turns is, you bring in the last set of reinforcement. So say you have reinforcements from the left, you have reinforcements from the right, you have reinforcements from the south. Now you're going to get all 4 of those pop up on that last reinforcement turn. Let's say turn 10, and here comes the leader of the opposing army, along with every reinforcement as it heads straight for your throne. I always thought that'd be interesting. I understand the downside of that is you can't possibly know where the player character is in terms of levels. Maybe they made some mistakes. Maybe some of their characters they had been leveling up for multiple turns are now dead. I'm kind of shrugging my shoulders here a little bit, but I always thought that would be sort of an interesting thing that they've never really, as far as I'm aware, I've not played all the Fire Emblem games, particularly after Fire Emblem 8, 9, 10, after the one that would appeared on the Wii with Ike. I haven't really played too many after that. It just, I don't know. It's not that there's a lot of time invested in those games, but I have one of those. One of my biggest downfalls with the Fire Emblem games is I don't want to invest my time and levels and experience in a character that's not going to work out. Probably my best example is Dorcas. I don't like using Dorcas because I don't like the way he ends up in his level. It's just like a waste of time for me. Matthew's another one. You can get a decent Matthew out if he levels up in just such a way, but he always just feels so inferior to the other 2 that you have. So you just have him for a bit. He's there doing his thief thing, but you don't really put all that much effort into him because he's a waste of experience. Because the game has a quote-unquote limited amount of experience in it, there's only so much you can do. So now we're going to try to move in on the boss. I've literally got 1 green unit left. It's just sort of wandering around, trying to figure out if it wants to live or die. Well, I shouldn't say that. I mean, obviously all you see all those knights that aren't moving, they're all green units as well. But I'm talking about the ones that are not, that are designed to go towards enemies or designed to go towards the boss. Still got a little bit more to go here with this, even though it looks like I'm literally right on the precipice of beating this guy. He's hiding in the woods and not coming after me, so gonna take me a bit to get through the reinforcements he's calling and through the wood, you know, to the woods where he's at. Hiding. As you can tell, got 9, 10, 11, 12. We got 4 more turns, roughly, to go. I don't think anyone's reaching nils. With Falcon Rider to the left, all of my guys stacked to the right. I don't think anyone. Bishop sitting in the center, Hector and Kent sitting behind that, and then at the last case scenario, somehow these guys slip by me somehow. We've got Wraith, Isadora, and to a lesser degree Heath protecting over nils. So, and all my green units. I forgot about my green units. I'm sorry, green units. I always forget about you. Your only job is to stand around and do nothing, and then I collect whatever bonus for keeping X number of green units alive, or not. This is the secret area. If you have the membership card, you get to get in here. If you don't have a membership card, I don't know what to say. Either just kind of start the game over and get all the way to the point where you steal the membership card in the level where you get a gulp, or just sort of grin and understand that you're not going to have access to secret shops. There are 2 cards in this game. One is the membership card, and then one is something else. It's called the secret card. The secret card gives you 50% cost in secret shops. I don't know if it works in regular shops. I'm sort of forgetting this fact now. But usually you hold both the membership card and the secret card. Allows you to go to a select number of secret areas that do not appear in every mission, but appear in 3 or 4 missions, maybe 5 at most, and gives you access to first stronger weapons, unique weapons like the blades, the silver blade, the iron blade, the silver, iron, steel blades, as well as some hard to find staves like light unlock or torch unlock. There's one later on. I don't think it's in any of the secret shops, but it's the ability to teleport characters either forward. I don't know if it's forward or backward. I don't remember. I think there might be one for each. And of course, there's a one-time use. Well, there's not a one-time use. There's a 3-time use rod that allows you to take any weapon and restore it back to full durability. So if you say running down on your rapier or your manicotti, you can revive those back to their full amount of things. Imagine was capable. Still, I won't lose. I live and breathe the air of war. Nice try. Nice try. You can't hit Rebecca. She's unhittable. She is full of dodges. Alright, so we're running out of turns now here. Let's clean up what's left as best as we can. And let's kill this guy, even if it costs me, say, a turn of reinforcements. Though I'm not sure there are any more reinforcements after this turn. I don't think there's any reinforcements on... Essentially, at the end of my turn, I don't think there's going to be any additional reinforcement. If there is, I don't care. Because there's not enough time for me to really reap the benefit out of it. However, killing you is beneficial because I get your gear. Alright, I'm gonna probably bring you in. Did you finish this off? Nope, did not work. If I had Luna on me, I probably would, but I do not. 4, 8. That would work. Fighting low. I do kind of want you to get your level. So let's see if we can get you that level. I don't have that anymore. Okay, fine. So we'll do this, and that should be it. I kind of wish the rings on Ninian would operate as both a dance and a buff. No regrets. No regrets. My life and death are my own. Pray. Pray. Commander Lubens has gone down. Sound the retreat. We have no more reason to fight. Pray. 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 So brother, you're alive after all. You were so long gone that I feared you dead. Another day I might have arranged you a funeral rite. My apologies, I've been a little busy. Yes, Leela's final report covered that much. Elwood, sorry about Lord Albert. I was powerless to help. You know, nothing you could have done. More importantly, do you know of Nurgle? Only what was reported to me. He appeared a year ago and seized control of the Black Fang. Then he ensnared Lanas in a plot of rebellion against Ostia. Can't see what he's after. Dragons that vanished after the scourging. He wants to bring them back again. What? To be done with? Yes, let me explain. Some plot points later. Because even got my brother brooding. He's always been a firm believer of quick decisions, yet he wishes for more time. Never happened before. Gone from a simple rebellion to a threat to the human race. We saw it with our own eyes, and yet also unbelievable. Yet it is all true. Yes. Wonder what will happen next. Ideally, we could bring the whole of our lands together to fight as one. We return to the time of the scourging. However, this hinges on the existence of dragons themselves. Unless dragons are seen in the skies, I doubt anyone will believe us. Right, and once the dragons are here, it'll be too late. We must stop all of this now. We are the only ones who know enough to do it. Right, I agree. Here we have it. Come on, let's speak to my brother. Chris, Ninian, will you go with us? Yes. Would sooner not place this burden on your shoulders alone, yet I can see no other choice before me. Listen, my brother, Elwood Lindis, are determined to act on your resolve. Yes, we are prepared. Me too, I don't care for sitting back, waiting for others to act. You, Chris, my brother, and his friends are in your debt. What role will you play? Will you help them? See them through the coming tasks? I see. I have no more to say. I aid you as much as I can. Good luck to all of you. What of this girl, the one we spoke of earlier? Oh, Ninian. It is an honor to meet you, Marquise Ostia. Both Ninian and her brother Nil possess a special power. That's so. I would ask you, you know where Nurgle is at this moment? Yes, I can sense him to the east. He's very far. East, to be targeting Bern next? That bodes ill. Bern is a powerful and militant country. Nurgle ensnares it, we're done for. There's still time. Still very weak. Now, must act. So Nurgle cannot act right away, is that it? Yet, what can we... have no choice but to depart for Bern. If there's time, make your decision. Here? The wrong direction. Go to the Nabata Desert, you will find aid there. What do you mean? Go on and meet the living legend. Living legend? Well, we're going, brother. Take care of yourself. And Marquise Ferre, too. You must be Elwood's support and strength. I know. This has all gotten out of hand. Still, I'm not entirely hopeless. Lord Albert's death need not be in vain. We won't lose. You're beginning to sound responsible. Hey! What is it? You're coloring, you don't look so good. Something wrong? Just heard a tale that would frighten anyone. And I think that the future rests on the shoulders of a man like you who lives so haphazardly. I realize my life's been too short. Ah! That any way to be. And I was worried about you too. You should get going, your friends are waiting. Pardon my overlong visit. I will take my leave of you then. Be most honored, brother. Hector. What is it? Remember, I have not given you permission to die. Heed the orders of your Marquis. Return to me alive. I'll bring you a tale you won't believe. Mark my words, brother, I shall return. Yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna cut the episode here. When we come back, we'll be doing episode 23, The Living Legend. Till then, hope you have a good one.